Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Decentraland Report. I just want to say hi to Fancy. I see Fancy. I see Alpha. Welcome, and everyone else tuning in to my report tonight. Tonight, we're gonna have some exciting conversation. So, as you see, we have Virtual Dan with me on screen. So, say hi.
Hi there. I'm in my non-virtual clothing right now, real person clothing. So yeah, just
go.
Dan, but virtual Dan.
Yeah, as you see, everyone, we are currently at Virtual Dan's spot. So this is actually the virtual version of his real life building in real life. So
Yeah.
which is funny, right? But it's actually really cool too. Like it's like you can like whenever you tell your friends like, yeah, I have the same building in the metaverse, and they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, well, here, let me show you. You probably
Absolutely.
Like,
I was gonna say I've been trying to teach people about that, and they're like, what are you talking about? You have another building in the metaverse?
Right. Yeah, I'll have to pull up like a screenshot on your Twitter, but yeah, you literally have the same building. I can attest that it's very identical with the brick.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I have Rastan, welcome Gold Guy. So we have some guests with us. But yeah, let me invite you all. So let me give you guys the coordinates. You guys can all join us. We are outside of Virtual Dan's building, so we'll hang out here tonight. So incoming link, and hopefully you guys can all hear Virtual Dan all clearly. So let's get some likes in the chat or some thumbs up in the chat that we're all good. But yeah, and also you guys may be wondering, what am I wearing? I know it looks pretty cool. I'm sure you guys are wondering. So as you guys remembered, last month every month we have the meta moments as part of the Decentraland Report. And last month we had the Ocean Meta event, and that ultimately got the most likes on the Decentraland Report DAO. So we ultimately created they're called the Kraken Journeyers. So essentially they're like coral reefs. So I'm wearing our coral reef pants right now. Look at that. Let me give you guys a full little visual. So yeah, thank you all for all of our subscribers on Expand. As you know, if you're a subscriber on the Expand community page, you all get this airdropped. So, and again, you can pick one up on the marketplace. Let me show you that for 10 mana. So yeah, come join. They look pretty cool, kind of different, but we're gonna rock them out. And then of course I gotta represent the Virtual Dan with the First Mason shirt, right? So
Thank you for wearing it. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of matches, right? I mean, it's like oceany, so we'll go with it. But yeah, so welcome everyone. And tonight we're gonna be taking our meta moment. So as you guys know, the Decentraland Reporters, we do a meta moment every night. So tonight's meta moment will be right outside the building. So we'll have everyone kind of come through. If you guys are in game, I'll send you guys the link one more time. Oh, I see Rastan loaded in. We'll take that shortly. Let me send you guys the link one more time. But yeah, let's get the show on the road while we wait for everyone to load in, and we'll go from there. And then again, as you guys know, this is my 11th Decentraland Report, so as you guys all know, there's going to be an awesome goodie coming your way. Let me just kind of show that really quick. I'm going to show you, look at that, that's going to be coming your way soon. I will reveal that password soon. So in honor of Dan being here tonight, we have a theme for Virtual Dan, a special POAP, so tune in to hear more details on that. So But yeah, let's let's get started. So
Right.
yeah, so Dan, maybe first off, let's just introduce
Yeah.
yourself. How long you've been around, how long you've been in a, an advisor and all that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's great. So I really started my career back in 2001. So I feel like I'm an old kind of guy now at this point, but I'm been around for the last 21 years. So I started in 2001. I worked for a company by the name of Payne Weber, which is a big kind of Wall Street brokerage firm. And it was here in Ohio. And then they got purchased by basically a giant Swiss bank. So I worked there for a number of years as a financial advisor and got to know the business and learned everything. Then I eventually went off and worked at another company, which was more of a boutique kind of consulting firm. And then from there, I started up my own company, First Mason Financial. So I started that up in 2007 and been running strong ever since. So, and that's kind of where the metaverse kind of plays into this too, which is, as I've been doing this over the years, is like, okay, how can we kind of do something bigger and better with it? So, and that's where the metaverse, I think, is just kind of like a tremendous opportunity for most. So, yeah.
Yeah. And when did you enter the Decentraland? Maybe even like how did you hear about the Decentraland? Like how did you get here?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's funny. I had read something maybe going back to like 2017, 18, and there was talk about metaverse and Decentraland was in there, sandbox, things like that. And I really didn't quite understand the difference, to be honest with you. It wasn't something I was really into at the moment, but the idea or the concept of the metaverse is what kind of really struck me. So that's where I thought, oh man, we can, this is going to be an amazing thing that's going to come to fruition at some point. So again, I started the Virtual Dan process. We started back in late 2018, but really like all through 2019, we're developing it and then launched my website and everything in late 2019. So the idea was to be like Virtual Dan would eventually kind of tie up with the metaverse at some point whenever it actually kind of happened. And that happened to be this year. So
Yeah, you
yeah, it's been
are.
really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and in the comments we have CK. I think CK said yes. Your avatar is pretty much on par with how you look like. So I mean, looks like
oh, good.
you decided pretty well. And then of course Alpha said he loves the background. He loves your beautiful wallpaper, which I think I completely too. It's different, not different, but like it has like a vibe to it for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Maryana before we got on too, is this is like my second floor of the building. So my real office where I usually am at is upstairs, but this floor is kind of like when I bought the place, the people who owned it, it's really meant to be more Victorian style, like late 1800s kind of look and feel. So I love it down here. I just kind of like my little extra office, but now it's got a good purpose for streaming and things like that for the metaverse. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that you're starting to become a quote unquote streamer. Not necessarily like a Twitch streamer, but like you're gonna be hosting some awesome classes soon, right? Some financial literacy classes or you started, you technically started, but let's talk
we
about.
stumbled a little bit on our very first one, but that was okay. It was a good learning experience for the first run.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was there last week. In terms of like the screen size, it was amazing. You had an awesome PowerPoint. So yeah, no, definitely a lot of information coming our way. Maybe like let's talk about tomorrow's event then, or like maybe like what can people expect for your classes in the next 5 weeks. I know you have that coming up next. And I have that pulled up as well on the stream.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So yeah, the idea is really, and this kind of goes back to really why I kind of got into the whole Virtual Dan concept of things. And I think it really goes back, like I kind of grew up in a family that wasn't like money, we didn't have money. We didn't grow up in like a wealthy family, and no one taught you kind of like the things that, what I've found in the last 20 years of doing this business is very wealthy families kind of teach their children and their family members, like it's just kind of like instilled in them just because it's, part of the process there. Whereas many people don't have that opportunity. So that's kind of where I started to kind of think like, boy, how can we like get to more and more people and actually like kind of educate them about just the basics of personal finance. Nothing like, I try not to make it like too overly complicated or anything like that. And, the idea is just to help people kind of build a good solid foundation to kind of build off of. So that'll be what the whole course is going to be about. So it's going to be what I've really been doing is trying to pick different types of subject matters and things in the financial planning type world that I feel like people should really want to learn about. Tomorrow night's event, we're going to really focus on three main objectives, which will be learning about your net worth, which again, I think net worth is, if you, we'll explain it in my class tomorrow, but basically it's the best measure of your overall worth. So it's your assets minus your liabilities equals your net worth. So we'll talk about that. We'll go into retirement planning, which, and again, I think when you have a younger audience, typically, you think retirement like, oh, that's like way far away. I don't need to think about that. But
right.
that's where I'm kind of trying to help people see the benefit. It's the earlier that you start on some of these things and get in a good position, you'll see that you kind of walk your way up the ladder very quickly. So, and then the third part will be credit scores and credit reports. So, kind of like teaching people about just the basics about it. Like, how does your report, what do they record? What type of things are they looking at? What would affect your score negatively or positively? So hopefully they'll give people, I would say like credit is so important when you're young too, that you don't, kind of the game is don't mess it up kind of thing. So as long as you don't mess it up, you're good, so it's kind of truthfully not much more than that. So that's the idea, is to avoid those pitfalls that can kind of cause people to get into a hole right off the bat. So
yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, and then I guess like what other courses do you have upcoming then after next week?
Yeah. So coming up after that, the next week, what we're gonna do is going to talk more about like investing and like the principles of investing. So I've got a lot to do like on compounding interest and how you're growing your monies. So we're going to kind of basically, what I'm trying to do is really kind of angle around all the different areas of personal finance. And we kind of set this up initially for 5 courses, but to be truthfully honest, it's kind of like a work in progress. So hopefully that will turn out to be many more courses, but we're going to kind of play it as we go. And but the idea would be is really just kind of educate as many people as possible about finances.
Yeah. And I guess, do you have any plans to bring in like a audience from like IRL into Decentraland, or like what has been like your success in potentially getting people hooked onto this concept of learning in the metaverse?
Right. Yeah, it's I think the metaverse just makes like a perfect place for this to happen, truthfully. Like it's like like building the whole idea of personal finance content and kind of educating people. I've been doing that on my website for several years, but when the idea of it actually going into the metaverse and having the building, where you can actually walk around there and go there and I can interact with people personally, that's been the big game changer, because like just the website itself, it's very cold in a way. People don't talk to you. It's just either they're viewing it or they're not, or they're clicking on your links, or whereas it's a much more interactive kind of get to know people kind of thing. So it's really I just think the metaverse has got so much potential for like a lot of different reasons, but my little tiny world of it, of personal finance, I feel like this kind of creates that like great platform of just kind of like growing that out from here. And that's kind of the idea. So I hope to actually like grow this out to be a point where truthfully, this is kind of like my trial runs of kind of learning through the process of teaching it. And what I hope to do is really kind of turn this into something that can get implemented like in high schools, even junior highs, things like that. So that's kind of the idea of where I'm kind of heading with this.
Yeah, right. Like potentially hosting, like maybe going to like a local school or a local college, having people log in with like maybe like a quote unquote guest, not even like a guest, I guess, a guest wallet, or not even a wallet, but just like as a guest, just to see Decentraland, or just seeing how you could watch a video, how the streaming component works, and just like take it around. I mean, even your build, you have some like links to like you have links to your website and all that content. And I'm currently on my Twitch stream. I don't know if you see, but I'm showing your website, all the different videos. But I think it'd be cool to like show students like, hey, you guys can technically take these video links and stream it in Decentraland, or like you can show yourself teaching a course in Decentraland. And then not just Decentraland, but if you ever go into like spatial or like crypto voxels, just like opening the opportunity, like, or showing what is possible when it comes to education.
Right.
Yeah, how long have you been making these videos for? So you said since like 2018?
Yeah, I was going to say, because in 2019 is when I kind of launched the website, but it was built really like during that 2019. I kind of spent the whole year kind of creating like the content and all the different kind of. If you'll notice, like on the left side, there's different things that you can go to inside the building. This was all
Yeah.
pre-metaverse, so what I was trying to do was really kind of create the building kind of atmosphere with the different floors. So you'll notice like there's like the office, wisdom
Yeah.
room,
Here,
investing, and
let's
yeah.
let's go on a tour. I'm gonna go on a tour. I mean, I've been in your build, but we'll show the audience what. And we got everyone here. Actually, maybe before I go inside, I will take a picture really quick, so that way I can throw it into our meta moment on Expand. So, and I don't know if you see my screen or if you see your screen. But like, Rastan, where are you, Rastan? He's literally in the air. I don't know how he got there, but he's just chilling somehow. But here I will. Here I'm gonna take a. So if you guys want to get in the picture, here's your last chance before I go inside. Welcome Psycho, welcome Kevin, OSB. We got a lot of friends here for you, Dan.
Yeah, great.
So, yeah, I'm about to take a photo, and then we'll kind of do a little tour of your build. And I know you have more coming your way, right? So I hear there's going to be a dance floor in the works. So.
Yes, definitely.
Well,
Yeah, I'm excited to actually get that working. So for tomorrow night's event, by the way, we will have the dance floor operating. So you guys can learn about Oh, I should have mentioned that too, actually. And CJ is probably on the stream, maybe. But also, we're going to have CJ Tracks, who's going to do a hip hop set. And so I'm working with CJ to kind of help. And again, it was kind of like the idea of marrying the idea of personal finance education with something else that would be more, fun and exciting and get people involved. So whereas traditional just finance doesn't really, get too many people too excited about it. So when we add in the flavor of CJ Tracks, that's what really happens.
Yeah,
so.
it's like, okay, we'll come hear a lesson about finance, but let's check out our friends CJ Tracks, right? So,
right.
But no, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's a lot of people there for the right reasons. So I mean, and honestly, in all seriousness, like I think the metaverse, Decentraland particularly, I think we need more experiences like this. Where we don't. I mean, we have art galleries, we have the like the DJs. I think I froze. Nope, I think I froze for a second. Hopefully you can still hear me. Sorry, my computer froze for a second. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. But yeah, no, I think as I was saying, in all seriousness, we need more experiences like this, educational courses. Yeah, even I'm looking forward to having some learning-based classes at our Beavers build. I know one thing, just to kind of give a head forward or forward thinking, I mean, crypto taxes, right? I mean, for a lot of people, this is going to be their first year having to report crypto transactions potentially based on any gains for any NFTs you sold. So that's something that I want to potentially, or I do want to talk about. So I think that would be one thing that would be beneficial to learn down the road. Just people in the Decentraland in the United States knowing how to keep track of, every NFT wearable that you buy, any NFT project on OpenSea. So I think that's going to be a hot topic as we come closer to the end of the year. Is how do I claim my taxes for the Decentraland?
Yes.
So we'll have to keep that in the back of our minds as well. But here, let me take our screenshot. We got a few of us in, and then we'll go inside. And then also, I will, as you guys heard in the beginning, I have a POAP, so I'll get the. Oh, Rastan. Okay, Rastan, there we go. Yep, here we go. So Rastan just came closer. Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna do any emotes because if I do any emotes, my computer's gonna freak out. Because lately my computer just has been hating the Decentraland for some reason. So, yeah. Actually, here I'm gonna take a screenshot with you and my. There we go. Yeah, so we got that here. I'll give everyone a tour. So I'll just take one more. So cat shark, You're a shark. Uh, I don't know what they're talking about in the chat. Something about flying shark. Okay, I have no comments. They're talking about some sort of cat shark in the comments. Sorry guys, I'm out of touch on that conversation. Okay, I think I have our photo. I will post it. Hey, what's going on, Mr. J? Welcome, welcome. Yes, if you're tuning in, we're talking to Virtual Dan tonight. Just his experience or how he got to Decentraland. Cat shark. I don't know what they're talking about. What cat shark are you guys talking about? I have no idea. I'm not a cat shark. Not me. Are you guys talking about Rastan? I have no idea. they're talking about some sort of cat shark. Who knows? Here, like I'm gonna walk inside your build. Let's see. Yeah. So here. So yeah, and you have like a little doggy. What's it called?
Yeah, I'll be honest, this is a little bit under construction because I was working on the dance floor. So I had to remove a few things to put the dance floor in and out. So it's a somewhat incomplete parcel at the moment. But yeah, what you could see is like over the fence here. This was meant to be kind of like the yard for my dogs.
Yeah.
So we set up their little dog houses here, and of course there's a big NFT up above of all of us. And then Maggie's is over here. She was hidden around the corner here. And then what I did here was I created a link to go over to another parcel, which I haven't really finished it yet, but it's called the Crypto Lab. Okay. And right now it's just kind of like it'll take you there and you'll see it's Virtual Dan with the dogs and whatnot, and in the laboratory type of a style. So I plan to do that as another build coming soon. So, and that'll link into the this build. So.
Nice. Yeah, I think you had mentioned to me earlier that you had a few more other parcels, right? So to utilize for your goal. And so actually, I saw Gold Guy's question in the chat, or not even a question, but he made a statement. If you had an NFT, he would invest into it. And actually, you do have a few NFTs, right, on OpenSea. And you maybe you can also talk about your VD coin. I think you have a VD coin either already here or coming.
Yep. Yeah, so that was kind of one of these things I did like before we got it all rolled out, which was I set up an NFT collection, and I'll just kind of give you the rundown or the basics on it. Basically what it is, and you may see it, like I've used it as my profile picture quite a bit, and actually if you look in the building, when you see like budgeting and retirement and crypto, and you'll see all the other dogs. So those particular NFTs are part of a collection that's 365 in total. And then the way that I did that was there's actually different levels of scarcity of those. There's certain ones that are in the blue, you'll see like kind of in the building, that are 1 for 1. And then I built some that are like, there's 5 of those in copy. There's 10, 15, 20, and then there's another NFT that's 100. So when you add it all together, it creates 365.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the idea is to hopefully start to create like a somewhat of a club of sort, where ownership of that NFT is going to provide certain types of benefits in this whole metaverse financial planning kind of thing that we're rolling with. So to be honest with you, it's kind of still, like I say, it's a work in progress with everything on this. So everything's always subject to change, but and then I created what was called the VD coin, and that's an ERC20 token. So I use that. That's going to be basically like the currency of the website and for the financial planning type operations that I'm planning. So haven't quite figured out how we're going to play that all into the total, but ultimately you'll be able to redeem those coins for in-person kind of meetings or like one-on-one kind of financial planning type stuff, things like that. So
yeah, right. Some good utility for maybe some financial guidance and whatnot, and or access to some sort of event. And I do have your NFTs pulled up on OpenSea. And,
there you go. Perfect.
And for those who are wondering, I mean, we probably all see a lot of dogs, and I mean, I already know this answer, but maybe can you explain what inspired you for all of these dog NFTs?
Yes, so those are actually, every one of them are my actual dogs. So I've got 5 dogs. I've been always, like my whole life, I've been kind of like a dog crazy person. I just love them. Me and dogs get along really well. So I have 5 dogs, and then basically what I did was I tried to kind of create the theme in the whole story of the First Mason Financial 365, and having like each one of my dogs represent different, basically different divisions of the wealth management firm. So you'll see the very first one up there, which says investing, which is Maggie, or I'm sorry, is Watson. So he's my Bernedoodle. And so anything that's investing related, I'll have Watson kind of be that theme in the front of it. So that'll be like the second session I do, and we're going to talk more about investing next week. It'll be more kind of themed towards Watson kind of style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the current one for tomorrow, which is retirement focused and some of those other things, that'll be Nala. So Nala is my puggle. I'll give you guys kind of a rundown. There's Nala's the oldest of the crew. She is 13 years old, and she's still doing pretty good. She just kind of like lays around and watches the other dogs run around. But
Right.
that's Nala. So she's a puggle. So she's a pug mixed with a beagle. So
Okay.
real interesting combination. Yeah. She barks like a beagle and looks like a pug in a way. So
Sure.
yeah. And then Marley, who is the Morkie, he's the insurance one. If you see that one,
Yeah. Let me find
yeah,
it.
you may notice on my Twitter feed too. I bring him around kind of like everywhere I go. So
Yeah.
he's like my travel dog, you know. So so
See,
that's Marley.
I want Marley to meet my dog Oliver because he's also more cute, and I'm like, okay, we gotta meet up at the dog park.
We could meet out at the dog park down there. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, if you're in the audience listening, there's gonna be a Maryana virtual dam meetup soon for the dogs.
There you go.
We're gonna have a dog play date. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Marley, I was going to say it's always funny because I bring him around places and they think he's a puppy, but he's actually 10 years old. So,
yeah, he's
so
tiny.
Marley,
He's tiny. Even like my dog. My dog's 3 years old, and he's like, I feel like he's like 2 times bigger than your dog.
yeah, he's a tiny one. Yeah, for sure. And then the next one in line is the Yorkie, who she's Luna. So she's the one who says crypto on it.
Yep.
And she's just a little tiny teacup Morkie. So if you think Marley is small, Luna's even smaller. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so she's 6 pounds in total, full grown. So yeah, she's like a little tiny one. And then the other two are Maggie, which is the budgeting section, and that's my golden doodle. And she's a miniature golden doodle, so she's just a 20-pound golden doodle. And then we have a full-size Bernedoodle, which is Watson. So he's the one in charge of investing. So that's the household there.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine your household. Like, I'm sure your wife is like, okay, yes, taking care of my 5 kids, and plus, I'm sure, your other family
Yeah.
members. That's probably like a full house over
Bingo.
there.
Yeah, it keeps us busy. I was gonna say it's always something, like it's whenever I get them groomed for like they'll go into the groomer for like a few hours. We did it this past weekend. And it gave you like that moment where there were no dogs in the house, and it's like, whoa, this is so weird.
Right.
You have 5 dogs; it's always never a dull moment. So yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, my one dog, I thought it was enough, but I can't imagine having all. And Alpha in the chat is like, these dogs are having the best lives. I mean, yeah, shoot, like if you have an NFT project after yourself, then yeah, I don't know how many dogs can say they have NFT projects over them, So. Definitely living their best lives for sure.
For sure, yeah. And I spoil them pretty good, so yeah, they're happy.
I like that. Do they have any cute little custom wear or anything like that?
Yeah, like I do put. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do put some clothing on my dogs every now and then. Marley's got a little Superman outfit I like to wear and walk around the square. People love that one. So
yeah.
But yeah.
I did also want to tell everyone I'm about to launch this app right now. Sorry, we'll just get this launching. So I just want to say, yeah, for those who are tuning in, thank you for being here. You guys are going to get the special edition 11th Decentraland Report coin or app coin. I like to call it coins because they look like coins. But yeah, I'm launching that right now. To qualify, you have to have been a follower for 5 minutes. So followers of my stream will get a app. As you know, there's a process to get them through something called rev.gg. If you've been on my streams the last 2 weeks, you have to like authenticate your Twitch to your phone. But like you don't have, you have like, you'll be able to claim you'll be able to mint the app even if it takes you time. But if anyone has any issues getting a app, just message me on Twitter or on Twitch, and I'll be more than glad to issue you one manually, because I know sometimes it can be funky. But yeah, I'm launching it right now, and the password is !finance. Once I'll let you guys know when that launches. But yeah, all right. It says the POAP has launched. You guys have 10 minutes to claim it. So let me. Yeah, there you go. You have Stephen High, got it right. So yeah, do !finance. Yeah, Virtual Dan, if you're in chat, go ahead and do that as well. But if not, again, I got you.
Yes. I'm just learning Twitch. I just signed up last night at Maryana's request, so I'm still figuring it out.
We got you. We got you. Yeah, so it's like a new way. Yeah, so Rev.gg. It's like this. It's like this new company that is trying to help team up with POAP. Lately, POAP has been kind of funky with who they issue POAPs to. There's been a lot of bot farmers in Decentraland, so lately the committee has been kind of restrictive on how many POAPs they issue. So Rev.gg was created to be able to for streamers to issue POAPs. Just on by authentication on Twitch, that saves you from having to like one manually have like for me like I don't have to like manually distribute POAPs, or two like a Discord bot might trip up or whatever. So yeah, so moving forward, guys, I'm gonna be using Rev.gg for my streams, and that's the only way to get POAPs unless there's some issue and I can send you one manually as in demand. But I thought I would just talk about that. But yeah, you guys have 8 minutes left. Again, if you guys have any issues with that, let me know after the stream. Sorry, that was my little POAP spiel. And then I'm gonna go ahead and post our photo in Expand. So here I'll show you guys Expand. But let's see. You also have some interesting neighbors. Have you ever spoken to your neighbors? It's like an interesting mushroom thing over there.
Yeah, I've never once met any of the neighbors right here. So it's interesting. I have a couple other parcels, and I've met like a lot of the folks in the neighborhood right around there, like just kind of because you're there and you run into them. And for some reason, I've run into 0 people in this area. So I have no idea, who owns that one. But it's if it plays music when you go inside of it. So.
Okay, yeah. I'll
and then the shoe store across the street is pretty cool too.
Hold on, you say shoe store? Like which one? Let's see, across the street.
It's across the street from the building. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yep, let's see. I'm like moving my. Let's see. Yeah, I see it. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. I never saw that. Let's see. Let's give some shout outs to Blockchain Kicks.
Yes.
There we go, guys.
I haven't met them, but it's a very cool place when you go inside there. It's got cool music that comes on and everything like that. So.
Yeah, I like it. It looks pretty. I mean, it looks pretty modern from just a quick glance, right?
Yes. I actually just noticed too, because as I mentioned, I was playing with my parcel earlier today to get the dance floor set up. Yeah. So I think my building is actually turned around the wrong way. Is it? Or
I think it's kind of here. Let's give it a look, because I mean let's see. I mean, I guess where did you want the door to be? Like I know because you have like this road access, like this.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I did do it right. Now that I'm looking at it on my end, it's funny. I'm looking on 2 screens, and when I look at it on your screen, it looks different. So
sure. Sorry.
I guess I did have it right.
Yeah, I know. It's always whenever I'm in Builder, it's like Alpha and Gold guy. Like I'm in charge of the Beavers build. So like they're like, Maryana, you gotta go back and build and rotate it. Like the door is on the wrong side. I'm like, I'm sorry. Thankfully, we can still get there. But yeah, I know the struggle. I mean, I think you have a parcel. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Then it's even like more complicated when it comes to what is it called, SDK. On top of that, you have to get it right, or else it's good luck.
I'm not capable on the SDK side of things, so I have a guy who does it for me, and I watched him work on the dance floor for like 4 hours over the weekend. So that kind of blows my mind, writing the code and everything like that. But that's way over my head in that world. So I'll leave it to the experts.
I've been like trying to learn some SDK. Like I've learned a little bit just to be able to like maintain like our land. That's still far from knowing everything, but good skill to have. I mean, I think as we, and sorry for everyone who got an ad. I see like a lot of people talking about ads. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll have to like turn off those ads. By the way, I am so sorry. I hate ads too. By the way, I really do. So, you guys didn't miss much. The poem is still active. There's like 7 minutes left. So sorry for you, anyone that got cut off with the ad. I'll have to like check that schedule, by the way. What I was saying before that. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Shoot. Ah, Dan, I blinked out. Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, something about SDK. Oh yeah, I was getting to the point of the future skills of the metaverse, right? So when it comes to Decentraland, just land maintenance, knowing SDK, 3D building. I'm sure Dan, you may be picking up a class or two on Blender and.
I agree with you 100%. And that's actually like, it's when I talk to my customers and clients that come in and they're not into the metaverse and NFTs and they're, I'm just kind of explaining it to them to kind of, is talking and talking it over, and they're trying to understand the whole concept of it. But I feel like the older generation doesn't quite, get kind of like how this works, but there's all these new opportunities for young people where, like, if you know how to do STK and you don't need like a college degree for that, or you don't need, you just need to know how to do it and someone will pay you to, help them with it. So that's where I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for a lot of people to, in the younger group, just kind of, if you know the stuff, you could be a real big integral part of kind of like building this thing out. So
exactly. And I think that's why we need to like start showing like this generation, like, hey, you guys are in college, like, by the way, like, right, I mean, I'm sure they know like metaverse and like, of course the internet is like their generation. I mean, it's my generation too. I'm technically in that generation, kind of. But like, yeah, just like showing them the metaverse, like, hey guys, like, this is, if you want a, a pretty in-demand job or upcoming demanded job, like, get some skill, like take some like computer classes, some IT classes, programming. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be huge. And I even like, I have like little siblings, like I try to get them, what's the word, just, I'm just trying to show them what the metaverse is, just to get them like why can't I think of the word, just to get them whatever, I can't even
acclimated with it.
Acclimated, or like just like get a glance of it really quick. But yeah, just like showing them like, hey guys, like, I know you keep telling me you don't want a computer program, but like SDK is gonna be the future, coding is gonna be the future, Blender, even like blockchain development, like my sister's like, oh my gosh, like that's so nerdy, like I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, okay. All right, don't say I didn't warn you.
Right.
Even just like Web3 community managing. I mean, look, there's so many events coming up. Like, we need people to manage these events, coordinate Discords, just virtual event coordinator. Like, that's what's going to be coming our way, right?
Yeah. There's no doubt. I see that from my own experience with the metaverse. It's a lot, it's like, oh my gosh, you got to get the dance floor working. Oh my gosh, you got to promote it on Twitter, and there's a lot going on, all the time. So you could certainly see where, having some folks that were working with you, and that's where I think the opportunity is for somebody. So
exactly. And I'm sure that's what your goal is as you talk, or will be meeting with these future schools and students, like, hey, this is what you can do here, and like, definitely don't underestimate your capabilities. I mean, even like, just like my experience, like, I just started Decentraland or Metaverse, Web3, whatever you want to call it, like in December. Like, I've always known about like crypto and blockchain for like many years, but I've never really gotten absorbed into it until just when I was in Decentraland. So it just like, it shows you how fast you can pick up a skill if you put the time and effort to learning it. So it's inspiring in a sense, like, hey guys, like, you're not too late, you're literally super early to do all this. So
yeah, that whenever anyone ever tells me I think I'm too late to get into this stuff, I'm like, you're way early, trust me. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think it'll get, better and better as we go too, which is going to be really kind of neat because as new capabilities are built in the metaverse and things like that, we'll be in a good position to be able to kind of like utilize whatever those new techniques or techs are or whatever. So
Exactly. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see where Decentraland is gonna go, and like just seeing the types of or seeing how people will evolve over time. Like we'll be like, oh yeah, back in 2022, Dan was just financial advisor hosting some parties, and now he's like probably who knows, maybe you'll be the metaverse go-to for financial literacy. Like it's gonna be
I hope so. Yeah.
it's gonna be cool to see where everyone's skills and experiences take them. So that's what I'm excited about. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and relaunch the Poe app for those who may have not had a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and launch it one more time just to give you guys more. What's it called? More opportunities to claim it. Let's see. Sorry, as I like awkwardly stand outside. Rastan's like, oh, okay, now I see what you guys are talking about with the shark. It's like, okay, like I don't know if you see my screen, like it's literally like a bear shark, maybe. I'm gonna describe it as a bear shark head on a bear. I see what you guys are talking about now. From far away, it just looked like a grizzly bear, and now I see the resemblance. Alright, let's see. Let me get this going. So you guys have I'll give you guys another 10 minutes. Let me just for everyone. Okay, alright guys. The Poe app has been launched one more time, so here's your last chance. But I guess maybe do you have any future plans for Decentraland or upcoming events that you're looking forward to particularly?
Yeah, I was gonna say just really kind of launching this whole classwork kind of stuff is really kind of like my main focus right at the very moment. So I think that should really kind of I'm always one who believes in like kind of like just moving in the right direction rather than like getting too caught up in like here's what I'm gonna do down the road on this, and this. So I kind of like push that way, and I figure as I go, I'll start to kind of expand out and figure things out. So it's just kind of always been my motto with it. And the metaverse is such a great place for it. It's like in these I would say the last month, the amount of like information I've learned is like mind blowing. Just of like, streaming and getting everything set up and dance floors and emotes and, all these different things. So it's been a great learning experience for me personally. So
yeah, it's a nerve-wracking experience. I can tell you that. Actually, so we're gonna be hosting a event next week. So this is actually first news to everyone in stream. So there's like this new fashion brand coming to Decentraland called Diverge. I don't know if you've heard of them yet, Dan.
no, I haven't.
Yeah, so there's this fashion brand coming called Diverge Meta. They have like this purse and backpack NFT. They launched it on DressX.com. I mean, they did pretty well. But yeah, we're gonna be throwing them a party next Friday, July 29th, around 9 p.m. Eastern. That's TBD 9/8, and we're trying to figure out a time. But that's gonna be aligned with a Future Summer Gala. There's gonna be a summer gala next week, tentatively. That's the news. But yeah, so here I'll show you guys on the page really quick. And actually, I'm actually wearing one of the purses. So there's like this really cool purse. I don't have the backpack on yet, but a lot of people have been taking photos with it. But I'll show you guys later. Here, let me just show you the screen really quick. So yeah, if you guys are looking for an event, there's going to be this really cool fashion brand coming. I've met not met them, but like I've had meetings with them. But they're actually from Ukraine. So like for those who don't know, like I'm Ukrainian, and we're literally being able to like talk in Ukrainian to each other planning this event, which is really cool for them. But yeah, so they have these really cool bags. They're gonna pretty much for each NFT holder of this bag, they're gonna be giving the Decentraland version, which is if you saw it, in land, I have the little purse, and then there's also this backpack. Let me scroll down. Let me find the page. There it is. So I don't know if you see the cool little metallic
Yeah.
looking backpacks.
Cool.
But yeah, so they have like a version like this.
Oh, wow.
I'll have to wear it later. I don't want to take off the First Nations shirt, so you'll see photos later. But yeah, they're excited to come to Decentraland. They're bringing an awesome like fashion community into Decentraland. So that's one of the events that it will be new and different in Decentraland. And I know there's been a few events the last few days as well. I don't know if Dan, were you able to attend that one Mountain Dew thing? I stopped. Yeah, there was like this like Mountain Dew and COD collaboration thing.
Oh no, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, so that would happen like last weekend. I think I like popped in for a few minutes, but that was like another thing that happened the last thing that I've seen. So I saw that like everyone claimed like a Mountain Dew jetpack with like the 2-liter bottles, some cool boots. I would show you, but I don't want to crash.
No.
So, but yeah, a lot of cool events that's been happening in Decentraland. I'm excited to see some different things going on, right? Not your typical just DJ sets. So. But yeah, I want to invite everyone, including you, Dan. Would love to see you next Friday. Yeah. More details to come on that, but I thought I would at least announce it on my stream for the first time that there's going to be this Diverge meta event next Friday. But if anything changes, I will let you guys know first. And then I don't know, Dan, did you hear about that CoinGecko conference that happened last week, or have you been hearing or trying to attend any NFT conferences, or do you have any plans in the future to?
Yeah, it's interesting. I have not. Truthfully, I'm usually I kind of run 24/7, working and doing everything that I'm trying to possibly do. And then the metaverse virtual world, it's just a nice extra kind of I fill in all the extra cracks with kind of working on this kind of stuff. Right. So yeah, the plan is kind of just to see where it kind of goes and see what happens with it. So
yeah. So I had the opportunity to just attend an online event, and there was actually a lot of cool topics discussed, from DAOs to music NFTs to different metaverse projects. So definitely a lot of cool sessions. I'll have to unfortunately I wasn't able to attend day 2, but honestly, I think if anyone has a chance to attend a virtual conference, they definitely should. Actually, there's one tomorrow. I'll have to find it. It's it's called Decentraland or something, but it's an online blockchain what is it called, conference. I'll share it on my Twitter. I don't have it open right now, but I definitely encourage everyone, if you have the time, if it's free, hey, if it's free, right? Why not attend some events? But I've been trying to eye down, different events online or anything close, nearby to us, right? Unfortunately, I didn't make it to NFT New York City, but I'm definitely waiting for the next NFT event. I do have a question for you, Dan, in the chat. Alpha is asking, would Virtual Dan go to the first Decentraland convention if and when there is one?